Start recording checkbox unchecked. Stop streaming.
Hey guys,
Windows. T. Taskbar pane. Running applications. Caps lock. Store. File. H. Amazon. Drop. Mail. Google Chrome. Discord. One running window. Button. Camera. Button. Discord. Google Chrome. Live streaming. YouTube Studio. Google Chrome pane. Live streaming. YouTube Studio. Edit. Button. No next landmark. No next landmark. Tab. Analytics tab item. Tab. Analytics chart concurrent view tab. Live chat mode selection. Button. Collapsed. Tab. More options. Button. Tab. Learn more. Button. Control.
anyway, I just figured I'd show you guys something. Sorry for seeing a bazillion of me. But I figured I'd show you guys a nifty feature with the keyboard when accessibility is turned on. I hope you guys find this interesting. It's called, for my screen reader at least, it's called input learning, and it's pretty cool. Which is pretty neat. I don't know if I should risk showing it because of a certain stalker, but I digress. But I've learned brand new hotkeys because of this feature. What you do
Caps lock.
is you hold down your narrator key.
Open widget. Button. Control. Tab. Analytics tab item. Tab. Analytics tab. Live chat mode select tab. More options. Button. Learn more. Button. Control.
But you hold down your screen reader's modifier key and press whatever else button will activate input learning. For me, it's my modifier key and number 1.
Caps lock. Google Chrome. Chrome. Menu item. Caps lock. Chrome. Menu item. Chrome. Menu item.
Okay.
Caps lock. Input learning on.
Okay, there it goes.
Caps lock. Narrator key. End. Move to last item in window. End. Move to and read the last character of the line.
As you can see, let me slow this down. Turn this up.
Caps lock. Narrator key. 1. Input learning off.
Let me
Caps lock.
turn this down.
Speed decreased to 65%. Speed decreased to 65%. Speed decreased to 60%. Speed decreased to 55%. Speed decreased to 50%. Control. Caps lock. Input learning on.
And as you can hear, I can go willy-nilly.
F A J E G. Not a narrator command in scan mode.
And that tells you that these keys are not function keys. These keys I'm doing now
F D F A. Not a narrator command in scan mode.
is it teaches you what keys do what. Which is pretty nice. And so if I hold down my modifier key, it's gonna ID it and say what it performs.
Caps lock. Narrator key.
Like that. And it's pretty cool.
Window T. Not a narrator command in scan mode.
Now it does do something, but
Input learning off. Live streaming. YouTube Studio. Open widget. Button. Analytics tab item. Control. Input learning on.
but basically, yeah, it automatically turns off when I'm live, and not. Basically, it counts streaming as important for some reason. But basically, if I do like tab or something,
Tab. Not a narrator command in scan mode.
but it actually does move. Tab will move you to the next link or whatever. But the main key that would do it is your modifier key and
Caps lock. Right arrow. Move to next item. Caps lock. Left arrow. Move to previous item. Caps lock. Up arrow. Read current line. Caps lock. Down arrow. Start reading document.
and stuff like that. Like it's like voiceover much. And if I do
Caps lock. Home. Move to first item in window. Caps lock. End. Move to last item in window.
that's pretty cool. I didn't know about those two keys.
Home. Move to and read the first character of a line. End. Move to and read the last character of a line.
That's interesting. Didn't know that. And when it's a combination with the modifier key.
Caps lock. Home. Move to first item in window. Caps lock. End. Move to last item in window.
Like that. How cool is that? And then you have your usual space bar.
Space. Do primary action.
Or enter.
Enter. Do primary action.
It basically acts like what that means, what this means.
Space. Do primary action.
Or this.
Enter. Do primary action.
It basically means that it takes the place of a click. You know, it takes the place of a click. So hitting the enter key on something and I'm on a link and I do enter.
Enter. Do primary action.
Or space.
Space. Do primary action.
That will do what you clicking on your tracker pad would do. So think of it as a cursor for the visually impaired. Think of a screen reader as a cursor, but for the visually impaired. And their tracker pad is all these keyboard commands laid out, and they do stuff like this.
Caps lock, right arrow, move to next item.
And stuff like this, and then you have
Shift D, jump to previous landmark. D, jump to next landmark.
And
Shift.
Now you heard nothing because Shift alone won't do anything. But if I'm on scan mode and scan mode is active and I do something like
Shift D, jump to previous landmark.
Or just plain old
D, jump to next landmark.
Like that. And that's pretty neat. And then you have
H, jump to next heading. Shift H, jump to previous heading.
Which is pretty neat. So that's, think of a screen reader as a tactile tracker pad for the visually impaired. Think of us with this giant big ass tracker pad, and we're doing all these things on our keyboard. But if we look at the modifier key,
Caps lock, narrator key.
it calls it the modifier key. And if I were to do
Caps lock, narrator key, space, toggle scan mode.
It toggles scan mode on or off. And
Caps lock, right arrow, move to next item. Caps lock, left arrow, move to previous item. Shift K, jump to previous link. K, jump to next link.
And you know, it's pretty self-explanatory, especially the Shift K command.
Shift K, jump to previous link. K, jump to next link.
And that's what's so cool about this. I won't be able to read your chat right now because in scan mode,
Tab, not a narrator command in scan mode.
Nothing happens. But if I turn it off by double tapping one,
Caps lock, end, move to last item in window. Caps lock, narrator key. 1. Input learning off.
And now I'm back to
Analytics chart tab, live chat tab, more options. Learn more, button. Caps lock. Input learning on.
And so let's look at the
end. Move to and read the last character of a line. Caps lock, narrator key, end. Move to last item in window.
And so this is what input learning, or as you can call it, keyboard learning for any autistics out there. You can just say keyboard learning to make it easier because it's virtually what this is. You're learning.
Right arrow, move to next item. Caps lock, narrator key, Right arrow, move to next item.
And stuff like that, and it teaches you what keys do what and where they take you.
Caps lock, left arrow, move to previous item. Control, control. Left arrow, read previous word. Control. 4. Not a narrator command in scan mode.
And it warns you, this key doesn't do this, but stuff like that.
Control. W. Not a narrator command in scan mode. W. Not a narrator command in scan mode.
And it warns you like these are not the correct keys. If you press the wrong one, it'll tell you like it just told me. So yeah.
G. Not a narrator command in scan mode. Caps lock, narrator key. G. Not a narrator command.
And it alerts you that what's a command and what's not. What's a navigation command basically and what's not. So think of
Caps lock. 1. Input learning off.
So there you go. That's input learning, or keyboard learning, mind you, and what it basically does. Now I did discover how to move through tabs, but I'm not gonna show that here because the video I want to keep to myself. That's my business. I don't want to show everybody the videos I watch, unless I really want you guys to see it. But yeah, I hope you guys find this video interesting.
Shift. Navigation no next landmark. No next landmark.
See that?
Tab stream, tab webcam, tab manage, tab send feedback, tab YouTube video player, control. No next landmark, current value, control.
And
tab, pause, K, but control.
And that's a YouTube modifier key. That's not specific to my screen reader.
Caps lock.
But if we turn on input learning.
Input learning on. Caps lock, narrator key, equal sign, increase voice speed. Caps lock, narrator key. Hyphen, decrease voice speed. 1. Input learning off.
And so that means if I go plus.
Caps lock, speed increase to 55%, speed increase to 55%, speed increase to 60%, speed increase to 65%, speed increase to 70%.
And now I'm back to my normal reading speed. And stuff like that.
Unmute. Slider at 100. Skip ahead to live tab. Settings. Menu. Full screen. Tab. Edit. Button. Tab. Analytics tab item. Shift. Edit.
Don't know if that's possible.
Edit settings. Empty document. Save. Button. Disabled. Tab. Shift. Navigation landmark. No next landmark. Edit. Edit video visibility status. Button. Select video privacy. Empty doc tab. Unlisted. Radio button. Selected. Private. Caps lock. Unlisted public done. Done.
No.
Title bar. Restore. Menu item. Menu. System. Menu item. Collapsed. Menu key space. Select video privacy. Unlisted. Radio button. Selected. Triple tap to activate. Caps lock. Scan off. Down arrow. Restore. Menu item. Menu key R. System.
No.
Menu item. Menu key Alt plus tab. Select video tab. Tab. Control. Control.
Trying to hit the
triple tap. Public radio button. Non-selected double tap to select. Triple tap to act. Caps lock. Unlisted. Public radio button. Selected. Tab. Done button. Enter. Edit settings. Edit video visibility status button. Empty doc tab. Restrictions none. B. Caps lock. Scan. Thumbnail. Up. Option. Age restriction. Show less. Windows narrate. Remove. Keyboard. Remove. Copy all. Delete all. Cancel. Save. Edit button. Control. All changes saved. Changes saved. Windows. T. Taskbar pane. Running applications. Caps lock. Store. File Explorer. HP Orbit. Amazon. Drop. Mail. Discord. Photo. Steam Client. OBS Studio. 6. OBS 2 3.2.1. 64-bit. Windows. Profile. Stop streaming.
So that's basically.
No previous item. Start recording. Stop streaming. Caps lock. Scan off. Down. Studio mode checkbox. Shift. Start recording checkbox. Stop streaming checkbox checked.
So that's basically how, as you just saw, you saw me navigating in action there a little bit. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry if this video doesn't reach anybody too much yet. I had to publicize it live, which is cool. Didn't like you do that while you're live in the face. But pretty neat. But yeah. And now I'm gonna press my modifier key to end this stream. Hope you guys enjoyed this little live stream.